Back to do more damage in 2025. It's Tim Settle. Tim, welcome back. It's
Thank
great
y'all
to
for
see
having
you.
me.
All right. It's wonderful to see you. So, off-season, OTAs, off-season practices, how's it all going for you heading into
good.
year 2 with the Texans?
Everything's good. But the biggest thing I see with us is attendance. We got a lot of guys here. And with me, I've been in the league for a while, so that shows that everybody's locked in. Everybody,
Right.
I feel like last year, I feel like we could take a step from there. And I feel like everybody sees that, and everybody wants to take that step, and not individually, but as a team.
Tim, what year is this? 8?
This is year 8.
Year 8.
Dang.
How is Tim Settle year 8 different than Tim Settle as a rookie? What's the biggest thing? Because I know there's probably a few things, but what's the biggest thing probably?
I feel like your wants turn into standards. So I feel like you every year you guys have their goals. I don't have no goals this year. My goals is to be one as my team. Be there for my team in any way my team needs me. I don't the stats is just gonna come with it. So anything I could be with my team is if it's gonna be a leader, another leader, be more vocal. Anywhere I can help out. I'm getting my body right. This is my goal. This is priority things. I just want to be the best person I can be for my team. I feel like that's what's going to make us a better unit as all.
Watching the D-line and off-season practices, I feel like, you don't get to tackle anybody. You don't get to destroy anybody up front. You guys are just trying to sharpen the technique aspect of things, maybe learn the system. You know the system, so tell me about that.
It's more, I feel like this part of the year is more about learning how to practice. We're gonna get in certain situations where we're gonna be out of pads and we're gonna have to go against each other, and it's gonna be up tempo. So this is more of like understanding the tempo of what they're calling. Knowing how to practice, knowing how to go against the offense at a high pace, and just get something from it. That's been coach's biggest emphasis this year is just make sure we're here for a reason. Make sure you're getting better at something.
What is that one thing for you then to get better at? What do you want to say at the end of the year? I got better at this.
This being more direct and just winning all the time. I feel like this defense kind of sets us up to where we get it one-on-ones and just utilizing every one-on-one chance that I have. And just being able to not make the play, but just be effective. Quarterback face. Hands on quarterbacks. Penetrating the line. Yep. Being able to be sharp. Just everybody being detailed in our rushing.
Absolutely. Did you see the Metallica performance in Blacksburg?
They toned into like an earthquake, right?
Yeah. It registered. That's right.
On the Richter scale. That's
I can only
cool.
imagine that because nobody realizes like when you're walking down the tunnel, like the tunnel's shaking the whole time. Everybody's like
it's be in that tunnel, man.
It's just a real moment, but it's like I can only imagine what it was like there. Because like on game days and when you feel like I know it's way more intense. I feel like that's one thing they're prideful of out there, Virginia Tech, when that whole entrance thing. But just the fact that they had that there, that was epic. And I know it was something to be there to the witness to be able to enjoy that.
Along those lines, Tim, in the playoff game against Los Angeles, against the Chargers, what was that environment like during that playoff game? Especially, I remember the back-to-back sacks after, I think, a field goal, and I think Daniil got one, and then Mario got one, and it was like, of course, McConkey took the next one to the house, but that's beside the point. I felt like that place was as loud as I had heard it at that point. What was the environment like for you and for the players with the crowd the way it was during that game?
It was just a real moment, and I feel like, how we think of it, like our defensive coaches and how they emphasize things, like, we could take this game over, and I feel like we were playing real poised, and we just was in a groove, and like I feel like everything that the attention to details of that week of practice of this, like knowing what we were going to get, and when we were getting it and we were like meeting it, like it was just a real moment. It's like because we was going over this and everything was just clicking, and like when things click, it's like it's an unreal energy. It's like it's a chaos. What is it called? What's the word?
Controlled chaos?
No, it's contagious. It's this contagious energy. Right. So I just feel like once one thing gets going, and it's like, man, it's like you get to the point where you're like, I gotta make a play. Yeah. But it comes to you, everything's hand in hand. The plays is there for us to make. We just gotta make them.
All right. So the D line, we've talked a lot about the chemistry you guys have, the camaraderie. Is it the players? Is it Rod Wright? Is it a combination of things? And I know Nate's no longer here. He's in Atlanta, so good for him.
Shout out
the
to Nate.
performance got him a good job. Yeah. And now you have Frank Ocamp coming in,
Great
former
coach.
Texan.
Man.
So what about all that?
Man, well, big shout out to Rod and Frank. That combination right there is lethal. You know, just with the knowledge and experience that they both have, giving it to the room, like it's stuff that they'll say now that I haven't heard before that I can relate to, stuff that I can relate to, and it's like, dang, it's like, but he knows that as a player. You got two players that play coaching you. Like the everything just changes, but that energy they bring is consistent every single day. They don't matter what it is, and you know, like we have a standard that's high in there, and they don't ever go below that standard. And I feel like that's what keeps it up. You know, they high energy every day, like, and it's like every day is a competition. They make it fun.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Everything should be a competition. Yeah. So it's much fun, more fun that way. Okay, mini camp this week, family barbecue on Thursday, and then what are you doing?
I'm here.
The whole time.
The work does not stop.
Are you getting away for a little bit?
Yeah, but that's more weekend stuff. I'm here. Yeah. I feel like I didn't work so hard to get to where I am now. I feel like that little break is what really can determine a great season into an average season. So, you know, I feel like I just put the pedal to the metal and just keep going.
So wait, you just said the break between mini camp and training camp can determine what kind of season you have.
Yeah.
Wow, because too many guys might. And not on this team, but just
I feel like I mean, I don't know how everybody is, but I feel like this time, you know, you off for 5 weeks. You trying to do something. You trying to enjoy yourself. You know, you trying to turn up a little bit. You know, like this, they want you to do that. You know, so you make it harder on yourself. So I mean, anybody experienced will know like this is a time to dial in. You know, work on anything that you need to work on to get you right before the season. Any tweaks, any bumps or bruises, get it right. Because I mean, shoot, we had our time to have fun.
I got one more. O-line, do you see, I know we have a new coordinator. Cole takes over as the offensive line coach, the head man in charge. You see anything different up there? I mean, I know you're like packed in, so what are you seeing?
I definitely see it. You know, this overall, just a scheme-wise, you know, I feel like, you know, it's more like they look more of a unit. You know, they're more look in sync. You know, I feel like the new offense that we're going to run this year is going to be beneficial for them. You know, I'm excited just like everybody else. You know, we go against them. We see it. I could definitely, it's a big difference of what we did from last year. But you know, I'm looking forward to seeing it against another team. You know, definitely have hope, and I definitely love what I'm seeing, especially from the defensive side of how the offense is operating now. You
watching the finals, Pacers, Thunder? You've been watching it?
Yeah.
Who you got? It's tied at 1. Who you taking?
I like Indiana. I like the underdogs. You just see a team that's poised. You know, I feel like, you know, they're a team that really is never out of the game for real. You know, I look at both teams. You know, they both was winning games by 40 points. You know, I feel like it's really who's going to be more poised. You got two teams that can score. You got two teams that can play defense. I feel like it's going to be a game that's even going to go down to the line every game, where you know it's going to be where it starts to get one-sided here.
I just don't want any more blowouts.
Yeah, no more blowouts. Man.
Nobody realized last year the playoffs was so short.
Yeah.
I feel like it just took away from football a little bit. Like I feel like we had like a month. Like they took away like a month away from football. It was like a sweep, wasn't it?
Yeah. It felt like it went by.
But it was quick. Everything was. So
I liked
quick.
all this. I like all this Knicks drama this year. It was pretty.
Yeah,
fun.
the Knicks drama.
The Pacers now.
It was.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
There's always drama with the Knicks.
Thanks a lot for being with us.
Thank y'all for having me.
All right.